G'day. Got myself a new controller and trying to figure out how to wire it up. Hopefully I can work this out. Trying to copy it off my other one. So red, white, black. So red, green, yellow, brackets red. So that must be that one. And then the black is the blue one, and the brown is the white one. All right, let's have a go. Yeah, so I got a new controller for the Enduro. I had to go at Diggers, and I found it a lot easier to drive with it. So I thought I'd give it a bit of a go. So let's have a look at this. So we've got the red one goes into there. Back that off. No, that way. There we go. Or is that squashing it? Hang on, I can't see in there. Oh. Red one is the green yellow. No, I better get some more, bit more wire on it. No, I hope I'm doing it the right way. I'll have to double check with everybody when I get down there. So yeah, the Enduro's this weekend, so looking forward to that. But this controller, it's a True Speed BP2. So I just like the feel of it. I mean, I wanted something, because I don't let go of the brakes. This is what I had, just the DS. And a lot of them you hear, they do that. They click off. I don't. I tend to feather in and out. So I think with the True Speed, I can adjust the brake. I'll have to read up on it a bit more. I can adjust the brake and sorry, concentrating on it. I can adjust the brake and I'll be able to roll on. I like that. I don't want it to just come to a sudden stop. I know there's a few people out there like a sudden stop, but I just don't. Which one did I adjust? This one. I don't know. I don't sort of see the point of a sudden stop. Can that go in there? Maybe I need to. Oh, I'm making a mess of this big time. Wiring colours. Positive one, yeah. Brown equals white. So brown equals white. So that's this one. Brown equals white. There's been a bit going on. I'm calmed down now over my track. It's a bit rough, but I didn't go to the trouble of sanding it all down. I just couldn't bring myself to do it. Couldn't be bothered. I'll just deal with it. I mean, it's probably better being a rally track than a bloody Formula One track. Not that I was planning on being a Formula One track, but yeah. If anybody knows, they know. It's more like driving on the fucking PDR. So, if you know what the PDR is. So, I've driven it twice, and it's rough. One of the roughest roads I've ever driven on. So, kilometre after kilometre of corrugations. It's a mess. The PDR stands for the Peninsula Development Road, if I'm not mistaken, and it's the main road up through the top of Australia through into Cape York. and it's very well known for being very, very rough. I might take one turn out of that just to help get that in there. But we're going to have a look at the track in a minute. I'll just finish doing this. And I'll show you where I'm up to. Uh-oh. You're all yelling at me, aren't you? I've made a nuffy mistake. Bloody hell. I'll take it all apart. Try again. Fucking hell. Could have told me before I got so far in, eh? You didn't have to keep it to yourself. Let me put this shit on. Yeah, you're all watching, aren't you? You're all going, yeah, look at you, you nuffy. You haven't even realised. You haven't even put the other plug. Thanks. Could have told me before I got that far. I thought I was just about done. Yeah, we're going to go and have a look at the track. But anyway, you have to wait until I do it all again. Alright, well, pretty much got the plug on now, so hopefully that'll work, and it might make it'll give me a different driving experience anyway. So, but yeah, True Speed BP2, so adjustable brake here, and throttle sensitivity or power curve sensitivity, I think, from my understanding. That's how that works. But anyway, that's that. Once you feel the scratchy movement of the wiper fingers approach the contact, I'll read the rest of that later. But that's that done. Let's go and have a look, and I'll show you where I'm up to. Oh, on my track. Oh, check out these little stickers. They're I'm going to use them for putting on the bonnets of my next car build. Then I'm going to paint them up underneath and then put these over the top. I don't know which one I'm going to use yet. So that one. And I've got this flame one. So hopefully I'm going to try putting them on. If when the next car is finished, if it doesn't have flames and stuff on it, you know it didn't work. Anyway, let's go and have a look at the progress on the track. Let's have a bit of a look at what's going on here. So just about done all the braid. So I've had some mucking around doing some experimenting with bits and pieces for scenery. I don't know, jumping the gun, but anyway. But yeah, I'm going to fill in this bit there. But yeah, just doing a bit of braid. Just got to do this last, hang on, let me get this tripod right. A bit down that way. That. There we go. Oh, I've got a bit more lighting. The lights in here is shit. So, come on, move out of the way, puppy dogs. So yeah, it's doing a bit more braid. Only got this last red one to go. I didn't go after my last episode where I cracked the shit. I didn't sand it back. I decided, you know, here's what it is. But there's the braid. I just sort of peel it back a little bit, like that. Shove it through the hole, and then sort of strip some of this off, and just push it up to the edge. Now my wife's done a fair bit of this. I'm not pulling it, I'm just sort of stretching it a little bit, like there's no weight. my wife's done most of it because my back was getting sore trying to reach over into do the middle parts. And then I just get my spoon, it's a teaspoon, and I just rub it across. Make sure it's smooth there, and then we just sort of go along and work my way. That way. Sort of stick that down, a bit of blue tack on the back of it, and just sort of stick my way around it. And I'll push it into that edge. There's a little fine lip here, and I just sort of push the braid into it, and then sort of lay it back down. So push it into it and lay it down. It's a bit hard to see with my hands like that. Just push into it. Oop, let's twist it into it like that, along that edge. Right, like that. Very hard to do with hand that doesn't want to cooperate today. Like that. I'm going to sort of get my spoon again and run it across. So drag across and make sure there's not catching anywhere, but that seems to be pretty good. I don't know if you can see that there's a little bit of a run in the paint. I've got quite a few of those. So like I said before, somebody like driving down to PDR, it's going to be that rough. Might only have to hold rally circuits here or something. But anyway, it's my own track. If nobody wants to come and drive on it because it's too rough, well, I don't care. It's still gives me something to practice on. So which one is it? I don't know which way it wants to go. But yeah, that's what's been happening. So that's going to be the rest of my time. I've been told on some bigger tracks that half an hour to do a lane. Right. It takes me a lot longer than that, I'll give you the tip. But if you're more able-bodied, it's a bit easier to do. It's not difficult. I mean, the corners take a little bit more, you know, getting used to, so that's sticking up a little bit there, but if I can push that. So I missed that one, so sort of push that in. Yeah, see, it's got to float again now. Get a bit of a push down with the spoon, but yeah, that's what I'm up to. But only got the that's the last lane. All the rest are done. I'm gonna have to get somebody to show me how to wire it because I have no idea. And do you think I can find how to wire it online? Not a chance. For whatever reason, nobody ever says this is how you wire the track. So if you're wondering what this is just foam, you know, that this stuff. I know it as AbleFlex. When I used to work at Garden Supplies, that's what we used to call it, AbleFlex. It's a sticky back, which is what that is. Foam. They use it for putting between concreting up to brick houses and putting between joints and that, like an expansion joint. That's the word I'm looking for, expansion joint. So But yeah, I'm just sort of having a look to see if it'll work while I'm mucking around. I've sat in here. I should have done it the other way around, but then I'm going to get one of those grass mats I've got somewhere. Well, something like one of these. Oop. One of these grass mats, like that, and stick it on. Peel the back of this off. Peel the back of this off and stick it on there for that. I might get a little bit of expansion frame or something in this go because it's not very big. And start doing that. I've got to use that stuff there I got off Dave to put round, attach it to the edges along here and go around. But yeah, anyway, that's a long way off. I'm just sort of pottering, trying to find things to do that I can along the way, so I can find somebody to give me a hand to wire it all up. I'll try and pick up the plugs, you know, that the controllers go in for along here. I'll try and pick them up on Sunday on my way back through from doing the enduro at Dave's. Got myself set myself up with a little desk in here now. So painting, I'm gonna, you know, my tire truers in here and up there, and my airbrush stuff up there, and yeah, that's my monitor I'm going to use for the track. I haven't figured out how I'm going to hook that up yet. I'm hoping to have a timing system in by the end of October. I should have the money for that by the time I buy a computer and pay for the timing system. Should be about the end of October, and then I'm good to go. Still got to get some 6mm MDF to put around the outsides, and so yeah, still a fair way to go, but getting there. I'll be happy if I can get a power supply in there and just gently run around the, you know, the green track, the middle track. So, but yeah, you know, that's what I'm up to. You coming, Axe? Come on, big boy. That's sort of what I'm up to. Yeah, quick track update. Playing with the controller, ready for the enduro. Yeah. So track's a bit rough. But you know, is what it is. So I'm gonna finish putting this plug in there. That's the hardest part about doing this, is trying to get the plug in this plastic sleeve thing to sit properly. There's got to be a trick, but I don't know what it is. I'll just keep working on it. Oh, it's almost there. All right, guys, have a good one. And I think Thursday is the last video for the Viper, so you'll see that in its entirety, finished up, done. I've already made halfway through making the start video for my next build, which will be the 68 Camaro. Yeah, so we'll see how we go. All right, take it easy. Hooroo.